The graduates may be seated. Good evening, everyone. It's so great to be here this evening and to see faces and no masks, or not many masks out there. We're honored to welcome you to the May 2022 Ball State Nursing Pinning Ceremony. My name is Carrie Osborne. I am the Vice President of the Ball State University Nursing Alumni Society and a proud 2001 graduate of the Ball State University School of Nursing. I'm grateful to be here tonight to recognize these new nursing graduates in such a respected and time-honored tradition, the nursing pinning ceremony. The pinning ceremony signifies the official initiation into our community of nursing professionals, and it's so fitting that it's happening today, May 6th, which is the first day of Nurses Week and is designated as Nurses Day. Before we recognize the graduates, I have the honor of introducing our distinguished guests on stage. Please hold your applause until all are introduced. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all are recognized. Dr. Linda Sickberg, Director of the Ball State University School of Nursing. Dr. Scott Rutledge, Dean of the College of Health. Dr. Deborah Siley, Associate Professor and Associate Director for the Baccalaureate Program, School of Nursing. Dr. Kaylin Renbarger, Assistant Professor and Baccalaureate Program Director, School of Nursing. Molly Burkhart, Associate Director of Alumni Engagement, Ball State University Alumni Association. Class advisors for the graduating class, Heather Bean, Assistant Clinical Lecturer, School of Nursing, and Jessica Duncan, Assistant Clinical Lecturer, School of Nursing. Our guest speaker, Anna Baker, who is an Assistant Clinical Lecturer for the School of Nursing. And then finally, our representative from the Nursing Alumni Society Board, Allison Shelley, who is a Bachelor of Science 2003 degree recipient from the School of Nursing, and also an Assistant Clinical Lecturer in the School of Nursing. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to all of our distinguished guests. You all may be seated. Yes, thank you. So one quick housekeeping item before we move forward with the ceremony. Please make sure that your mobile phones are silenced, and if you plan to take pictures from the audience, that's fine, but we ask that you try to remain seated so that people behind you can see. Before we recognize the graduates and go through the pinning ceremony, we are going to have some remarks from some of our guests and also from some of the graduates. First, we're going to begin with a special welcome from Molly Burkhart, who is the Associate Director of Alumni Engagement from the BSU Alumni Association, and is also our alumni liaison for the Nursing Alumni Society. Molly?
Thanks, Carrie. How's everyone doing tonight? Nice to see everyone here. So as Carrie mentioned, my name is Molly. I work in the alumni office on campus, and I serve as the Associate Director of Collegiate Programs. And in my role, I have the privilege of working with each of the colleges at Ball State, including the College of Health, and create meaningful experiences with their alumni. And part of this role is that I have the privilege of working with the Nursing Alumni Society Board, who helped put on this lovely pinning ceremony tonight. On behalf of the Alumni Association, I want to say congratulations. Tonight, you officially join over 7,800 nursing alumni and over 200,000 Ball State alumni who have traveled this path before you, which is something to be immensely proud of and something that no one can ever take away from you. Since starting in my role at the university about 1 year ago, I have been absolutely blown away by really just the drive, dedication, and enthusiasm of Ball State students and alumni. Tonight, I am honored to be part of this time-honored tradition of pinning. This is a unique ceremony among academic programs. Really, no other discipline celebrates and challenges graduates in this way. Traditions play a big part in academia. However, this tradition predates most any college or university, dating back to the 12th century, which, if you do the math, is over 900 years ago, which is pretty cool if you ask me. I encourage you to look around at the mentors who have supported you in your journey so far. Those include faculty, classmates, alumni in the field, family members, the list goes on. And remember that these people will help you going forward, and know that the next group of students is right behind you. And now they will look to you all as the experts. When you're ready, you'll have the opportunity to change their lives, just as your mentors have changed yours. So you might be wondering, how can I stay connected with Ball State as an alumni after I graduate? And that's why we came up with a handy little acronym. It goes with CHIRP, so it's CHIRP, and it helps you remember how you can stay connected. So the C stands for Connect. I invite you to join Cardinals Connect. It's our online mentoring platform, cardinalsconnect.com, pretty easy to remember. H stands for Help. Help your peers in the field, students who might be looking to get some advice, or maybe introduce prospective students to Ball State. Invest. When you're able, we'd love for you to give back of your time, talent, and treasure. The Nursing Alumni Society is a great example of opportunities available. R stands for Represent. Show your Ball State pride. Wear Cardinal gear and purchase a Ball State license plate, all the fun things to do as an alum. And last but not least, Promote. We want you to share your Ball State story and maybe even nominate a fellow Cardinal for an award. I know this class of nursing students has many leaders among you. What you all have endured the past 2 years is nothing short of amazing. Not only are you graduating from one of the toughest programs out there, but you are also doing so during one of the toughest times in the profession, which is something to be very proud of. I look forward to celebrating your successes in the years to come. Congratulations and welcome to the Alumni Association. Thank you all.
Thank you, Molly. Next, we will have a special welcome from the class given by Brittany Tuttle, Secretary of the May 2022 Baccalaureate Nursing class.
Hello and welcome, friends, family, and faculty, to the Ball State University School of Nursing Spring Class of 2022 pinning ceremony. It is a privilege that I stand before you today, for I can proudly reflect on the class you see before you and unquestionably state that each and every one of them will go on to be just what this world necessitates, and that's compassionate, intelligent, and hardworking nurses. To my classmates, thank you all for the past 4 years. I wish you all the very best in all of your forthcoming endeavors. For those of you in the crowd joining us tonight, I can confidently say that we would not be where each and every one of us are today if it was not for your perpetual support. And lastly, staff and faculty. I don't think words can amount to the gratitude that I extend to you for your devotion to our success despite facing all the adversity. Thank you. Oh. With this being said, it is with great honor and pride I present to you the Ball State University School of Nursing Spring Class of 2022. Welcome.
Thank you, Brittany. Next, it's time for our guest speaker, Anna Baker, who is an assistant clinical lecturer in the School of Nursing here at Ball State University and also a 3-time Ball State alum. Anna?
Thank you, Carrie. And to my esteemed colleagues on stage and in the audience, as well as Dean Rutledge, another hello and welcome. Thank you to the students for asking me to speak here tonight. Thank you to the wonderful families in the audience in support of this monumental step for your family on stage. We thank you for raising our future healthcare professionals. Before I get started, though, I do have a quick plug. You could put your phones away. I don't plan to make this Oscar caliber tonight, so you can put your phones away. No, in all seriousness, the reason we're here tonight is to honor these students to my right, all the late nights studying, long chats with nursing instructors, and their everlasting friendships of the people sitting next to you, your family. These are the people that helped you get to this place today. I know you are also thankful for each other, and we, as your instructors, are just in awe, as in awe of your determination and persistence, that we also want to say congratulations and welcome to the club. Make sure before you get up tonight that you turn to your fellow classmates next to you and say thank you. It is a wonderful feeling to be thanked for all your hard work. Nursing is hard work, but the rewards far outweigh the effort. The path of your nursing career is up to you. If you don't know yet what that looks like, it's okay. It is possible it could be paved in technology, because believe me, I had no idea 25 years ago the technology would be available to use a portable vein finder to start an IV on a tiny armed 90-year-old woman. It could be to deliver babies or fly in helicopters transporting the very ill to a higher level of care, or to be a school nurse. The possibilities are limitless and beyond fulfilling, to say the least. Every one of you up here will have a path, and that path will take you and have meaning. I got mixed up there. Every one of you up here will have a path, and that path will have meaning and be filled with so many emotions. Our profession is one of compassion, grit, and education. My path took me several states away and several hospitals, but I ended up back where I started. I began to realize that nursing was challenging but also very rewarding, and it didn't matter where I was. The path of your career will have many twists and turns, but ultimately it will boil down to why it is you do your job. The why you take home with you every night. The why that drives your practice. What is your why, and why does it matter? Why matters to me because it is what makes you the nurse you want to be when no one is looking. For example, the lonely shopping cart left 5 spaces from the cart return that is rolling along and suddenly comes to a halt on your bumper and makes a dent. The cart is a synonym for our career. And the unknown quote goes something like this: I don't know a successful person who leaves their cart in the middle of the parking lot. If you're too big to do the small things, you're too small to do the big things. This quote resonates with me, and I speak to its meaning with my students. Why? Well, it's what nursing is like. In moments of your day-to-day career, you will be faced with many situations when no one is looking, and you are given a choice. That choice is to be taken with great care. It should be with the utmost pride and honor that you hold the hand of a dying patient, as it is a moment they will never get back. Actively listening while your patient is telling you their life story when you have 10 other tasks to complete. Those are the encounters you remember in 25 years. But now that you have passed your classes, you will find that being a nurse wasn't about the good grade you got. It is going to be about who you are inside, what your inner voice says to you. No book can teach you how to cry with a patient. No class can teach you how to tell their family about a terminal illness. No professor can teach you how to find dignity in giving someone a bed bath. A nurse is not about the pills or the charting. It's about being able to love people compassionately when your patients are at their weakest moments. And those moments are when no one is looking. The why moments for me are based on a few principles, those being integrity, honesty, and hard work. Integrity, by definition, is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. In many instances of your nursing career, you will be faced with decisions or moment in time where you must act with integrity. Those are the big things. This is where you will shine. In this moment, you will do what is morally right, and you will return the shopping cart. Honesty, the second principle mentioned, is necessary in all interactions in healthcare. It seems like second nature to those of us here at BSU to be infused with honesty. It is a pillar of our nursing courses and academia in general. Nurses, for the 20th year in a row, are considered to be the most honest people in the working profession. When a patient is vulnerable, they want to know that the information they are hearing is honest. We get to have that moral compass for our patients. And lastly, hard work. Hard work for me is something that I've always done. I stress this to my clinical sections, and I try to talk about it in class and my lecture material. Your patient does not want the nurse who lets others do their job. Going the extra mile is indeed what makes this attribute a key for success for those of you, and that is why we make a difference. The why is what makes a difference for your patients and your nursing path, why you get up every morning or evening and put on your uniform, whatever it is, and you are present with your job. I know all of you up here want to make a difference. You wouldn't be here otherwise. You also have this inner voice that whispers to you to care for others with conviction, listen with purpose, and have passion for our healthcare system. I love seeing bits and pieces of this as my students get it. As an educator, I feel strongly about teaching my soon-to-be fellow colleagues. We don't study to pass the test. You study to prepare for the day when you are the only thing between a patient and the grave. You, my soon-to-be fellow RNs, are here to be a positive influence when a person is having the worst day of their life. I implore all of you up here to take a moment to envision your why, your deepest tangled thoughts of why it is you wanted to enter this profession. The root of the root is to care for others. And as Einstein said, only a life lived for others is life worthwhile. Thank you all for your time. Congratulations. And I can't wait to see what life has in store for all of you.
Thank you, Anna. Such words of wisdom, and we appreciate that. Next, we'll have the class pledge, which will be led by Emily Miller, class treasurer, and Catherine Parker, the class parliamentarian. Ladies, come forward.
Fellow graduates, please stand.
I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to care for the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect, at all times, the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refraining from any action which might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level, and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the health team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Ethics applied to nursing and to uphold the integrity of the nurse.
You all may be seated. Now's the moment that everyone's been waiting for, and the moment that the nursing graduates have worked so diligently for. Dr. Deborah Siley, Associate Director for the Baccalaureate Program, and Dr. Kaylin Renbarger, School of Nursing Baccalaureate Program Director, will announce the names, and Dr. Linda Sickberg, Director of the Ball State University School of Nursing, will present the pins to the graduates. Gifts are from the Nursing Alumni Society. We have cords and flowers from the Nursing Alumni Society, and those will be presented by board members Jessica Duncan and Allison Shelley.
First row, please stand. President Kelsey Ray Charnetsky. Vice President Allison Marie Mullenkamp. Secretary Brittany Ann Tuttle. Treasurer Emily Grace Miller. Parliamentarian Catherine Suzanne Parker. First row may be seated. Second row, please stand. Lauren Elizabeth Osco. Brooke Riley Amadon. Alexandra Ray Bader, and she will be pinned by her sister, Sophia Bader, spring 2020 graduate. Kylie Renee Bagley. Haley Andriana Bodela. Evan Michael Borchers. Raven Shael Brown. Shelby Joe Caldwell. Maya Nicole Carter. Jessica Brienne Chapin. Lily Irene Clark. Claire Nicole Clemens. Lillian Rebecca Connolly. Second row, you may be seated, and third row, please stand. Haley Jo Kuhlman. Megan Taylor Craigmile. Paige Olivia Crone. Elizabeth Marie Crosby. Jacob Lee Davis. Kaylee Renee Dowler. Jillian Marie Eckstein. Francie Marie Elzinga. Shelby Morgan Fisher. Tyler Scott Fromer. Jessica Catherine Frost. Madeline Rose Gagan. Sarah Nicole Garcia. Haley Renee Gerber. Hannah Marie Graft. Kendall Suzanne Green, and she will be pinned by her aunt, Bridget Hay, spring 1992 graduate. Aaron Kirk Gregory, and he will be pinned by his mother, Chantel Mixon Gregory. Carly Marie Hammond. Amanda Elaine Hart. And third row, you may be seated. Fourth row, please stand. Alyssa Patricia Honekel. Reagan Julianne Hunt.
Hannah Marie Nadine Jarvis. Stevie Nicole Keene. Nicole Clarice Keller. David Andrew Kalbasa. Abigail Rose Krygowski. Robin Ann Lefeld, who will be pinned by her sister, Renee Lefeld, spring 2019 graduate. Brenna Elaine Lewis. Alyssa Grace Marion. Noah Edward McBee. Megan Kelsey McGrath. Emily Elizabeth Maceras. Grace Elizabeth Pollard. Oh, I missed one, sorry. Allison Jennifer Minix. Grace Elizabeth Pollard. McKenna Lene Price. Yes. Megan Marie Quant. Ryera Ann Reshley. Annabelle Rebecca Riley. Lauren Grace Rue. Will the fourth row please be seated? Will the fifth row please stand? Lazarus Patrick Smiley. Allison Ruth Speck. Reagan Elizabeth Stauffer. Kaylin Ryan Stidham. Erin Lynn Strine, who will be pinned by her father, Greg Strine, spring 1993 graduate. Kylie Ann Sutton. Skylar Renee Sweeney. Natalie Ann Taylor. Brooke Michelle Toms. Adriana Grace Waldron. Lexi Deanne Walker. Morgan Nicole Wallace. Elizabeth Ann Walls. Samantha Elise Watson. Cody Michael Martin Working. Haley C. Weitzel. Stephanie Marie Wicker. Emily Kathleen Wills. Zoe Raven Yaki. Madison May Zolkowski.
The last row, you may be seated. Let's give them a round of applause. Everyone stand. Congratulations to you all. It's so exciting. Your families are all certainly very excited for you. Now it's time for some remarks from the class president. So those will be given by the May 2022 class president, Kelsey Charnetsky. Kelsey?
I'd like to start off by saying thank you. Thank you all for coming. And thank you to our friends, family, many of whom are here with us today. Thank you for your never-ending support and encouragement as we stayed up late finishing care plans and studying. for reminding us that we were not failures if we didn't do well on an exam, and for your patience when we called you crying because we had a bad day at clinical. Next, thank you to our instructors. You quite literally taught us everything we know about nursing. Thank you for showing us your compassion, patience, and your passion for nursing. We look up to you and strive to be nurses like you all one day. Thank you for answering our never-ending questions and for your kindness when we called you crying because we were stressed about an exam. As you can tell, there was a lot of crying involved in nursing school. Even though many of us are moving away from Muncie, we will always remember you. Now, I would like to invite the class of May 2022 to join me in a round of applause for our friends, family, and instructors. Now, to my classmates. We made it. We all graduated with at least a 78%, and we're ready to become nurses. I'm so proud of all that we have accomplished. We not only thrived academically, but did so while achieving so many other things outside of nursing school, which I think is pretty amazing because nursing school is hard enough by itself. I don't think I could have asked for a better nursing cohort to go through school with, and I have no doubt that every one of us will make a great addition to the field of nursing, a field that needs us right now. As we transition from nursing students to registered nurses, remember the important lessons we learned in school. Because nursing school wasn't just about learning how the body works. We learned how to critically think, which is a skill that is so valuable and vital to our profession. We learned to always advocate for our patients, because everybody deserves to be heard. I think this lesson is especially important because we are with patients during some of the worst times of their lives, and we are the ones that get to be there for them. Remember, we get to walk into work every day and make a difference in somebody's life. Isn't that pretty awesome? Now, nursing is not an easy job. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It can be really stressful trying to care for very sick people, not to mention the fact that we have to deal with a lot of bodily fluids. So remember to always take care of yourselves, because you are important too. And I think this can be hard to remember sometimes. We focus so much on providing care for our patients that we forget about ourselves. So now that we have what feels like copious amounts of free time when we're not working, find something you enjoy doing. Put just as much time and care taking care of yourself as you do your patients. As we leave here today and head into our careers, I encourage you all to remember why you chose to become nurses. Hold on to that. Take that with you and remind yourself of your why every time you walk through the doors of the hospital, nursing home, or clinic you work in. Never forget it, because that is what will drive us all to become the best nurses that we can be. I'm so excited for all of us to finally be nurses, and I can't wait to see the amazing things this class accomplishes. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelsey. Our closing remarks will be given by Allison Mullenkamp, May 2022 Class Vice President. Allison?
I feel very grateful for the opportunity to stand up here tonight and be one of the last people that get to express how thankful myself and the rest of the Ball State nursing class of 2022 are for everyone in this room's support over the last few years. Besides a little bit of our own perseverance and dedication to becoming nurses, it was you, our family, friends, and loved ones that have supported us through all of the ups and downs that were part of our nursing school journey. And it was also you, the leaders and directors of the Ball State School of Nursing, that facilitated, inspired, and engaged us by setting the standards for our education and ensuring that Ball State operates as a nationally ranked and accredited nursing program that it is today. And as if they probably haven't heard it enough, we do owe the majority of our appreciation to each of the wonderful instructors who played a very special part in our journey by shaping us into the nurses that we get to call ourselves today. They certainly encouraged us along the way, fueled our eagerness to learn, and instilled confidence in us that we often lacked. They served as extraordinary role models for us to follow in the footsteps of. Thank you for giving back to the profession and providing guidance to the next generation of nurses. Now that we will finally be able to introduce ourselves as the nurse to our future patients and not just the student nurse, I think we should take the last few minutes of the ceremony tonight to reflect back to why we worked so diligently to earn this degree that is accompanied with our new title. Because it's not just the paycheck, the job security, or the comfortable scrubs that have gotten us here tonight. If those were the only motivating factors, I think we all probably would have backed out after having our first skills checkoff or care plan to complete. Our reasoning behind becoming nurses is because there's an innate desire to help people in all of us. We know that every day we are going to touch a life, but the other side to that is that sometimes a life is going to be the one touching ours. We are going to have to be strong and intelligent, but most importantly, compassionate. Through helping others, we will receive an unmatched satisfaction of knowing that we have made a difference in a patient's life. If any of you are like me, then you have that constant doubt and worry in the back of your mind that you may not be ready to be a real nurse, whether that be from a fear you didn't read your textbook good enough or that you need more practice on some skills. Let me reassure you with this definition of what it means to be a nurse, which was written by an unknown author, and I like it a lot. Anna used it too, so I'll just remind us what it was. Being a nurse isn't about the grades, it's about who we are, because no book is going to teach you how to cry with a patient, and no class is going to teach you how to tell their family their parents are dying or have died. No professor, not even the ones as good as we have had here at Ball State, are going to teach you how to find dignity in giving someone a bed bath, and a nurse is not about the pills or charting, it's about being able to love people when they are at their weakest moments. I have faith in all of us sitting on this stage tonight that we are more than capable of being great nurses. To close, I ask that you all bow your heads and join me in a well-known nurse's prayer. Lord, I ask that you give us the strength and wisdom when others need our touch, a soothing word to speak to them because their hearts yearn for so much. Give us joy and laughter to lift a weary soul, and pour us in us all compassion to make the broken whole. Give us gentle healing hands for those placed in our care, a blessing to those who need us. This is a nurse's prayer. Amen. And that's all that I have to share tonight, but I want to call my fellow class officers up. We just have a special gift of appreciation to give to our advisors and Anna for being our guest speaker tonight. So Jessica, Heather, the graduating nursing class of 2022 want to emphasize how thankful we all are for your knowledge, guidance, and support that you imparted on us. Thank you for being here tonight to help us celebrate our achievements that were made possible by you all.
Thank you, Allison, for those words. It's time for the recessional. So I do want to leave with just a quick note. Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing, said, "Let us never consider ourselves finished nurses. We must be learning for all of our lives. Your journey is just beginning, so learn and grow and fly and stay in touch." So will the graduating class of May 2022 please stand? We do ask that the audience please remain seated until the recessional is complete. You can meet your graduates out in the lobby after they exit the auditorium. Good night to everyone, and thank you for coming, and safe travels to everyone.